Chapter 13. Frustration. The expo is background noise. I don't care about revolutionary machinery anymore. I don't care to even enjoy Jace on the screen. The call ended all my interest. I focus on my hands and channel the anger surging within. How could he be so dumb? I'm seeing him and no one else. How could he be that mean to me? I thought he would understand, but he made his own narrative. I hate him. Why would he think that low of me? Why would he hurt me like that? If he loves me, he needs to act like it. I brood until the sun sets. The strawberry orange sky holds patchy clouds. The muffled ocean writhes. The captivating scenery removes me from reality and into a wonderland. The mansion is high off the ground. It overlooks the beach. I strain my neck as far as possible to see how low it drops. I'm unable to see past the wraparound deck. There's a recap of all the expo announcements on the TV. There were 25 in total. Each is on a ranked list. Now, the C-Pactor has to go as number 1 as groundbreaking, but there are some doozies. The broadcaster laughs harshly. The filter is, of course, last on the list. It has a horrible design, way too bulky, and will affect the environment worse than actual plastic. The guy is riled up about this. But let me not get ahead of myself. The ranking will continue right after these sponsored messages. A Tesla commercial plays on the screen. The room's door pulls inward. Helen comes in with dinner. Spaghetti, cheesy broccoli, steak, and a slice of freshly baked bread. She sets up a dinner tray across my lap. When the food is placed atop it, she asks, "Would you care for a drink?" "Yes, I could use some wine." I give a half smile. Mr. Harrison will be in shortly. When she exits, I put my hair down, swoop it behind my shoulders, then tend to my face. There's not much I can do since there are no face wipes. I rub my eye area in case there's crust, then use a napkin to pat my face. I sigh. There's nothing much I can do with these bandages. I check the smell of my breath. I'm good. The sound of footsteps from the hall sends my nerves into a spiral. I breathe heavily. My eyes watch the door apprehensively. My heart hums like a trapped bird. "Thank you, Helen." I hear Jace outside the door. I twiddle my thumbs hastily and adjust my hair once more before picking up a fork. The sound of the swinging door is intimidating. I keep my eyes on the plate of food. As for my breathing, I try to control it, but the monitor plays the culprit. Its high tone echoes the room. "I thought you were getting better." His dress shoes tap the floor. Jace walks to the front of the bed and halts. I glance at him for less than a second. His concerned voice matches his expression. I am. The monitor says otherwise. I'll call my doctors. "No, I'm okay." I hold eye contact this time. Jace's emerald eyes blink once. He has 2 glasses of wine in his hands. I'm just not sure what happened, that's all. I labor my breathing to tame the monitor. Jace goes to sit the glasses on the bookshelf. I'll explain everything. He takes off his navy blazer and drapes it across a chair. His Adam's apple flexes through the cloth of his turtleneck. Jace sits, legs apart and shoulders forward, his hands clasped in front of him. "Your doctor misdiagnosed your head injury as a medication reaction. There was internal bleeding in the brain, bleeding that was present prior to your coma." I gaze into his aesthetic eyes. "Did my doctor notify you of this?" "No, I have an informant," which is just a fancy name for a spy. It is. His deep, seamless voice agrees. The informant kept me aware of your condition and delivered the flowers. Did you like them? I don't understand why you'd have someone spy on me. Is it truly spying if the other is worried? His tender voice befuddles me. It is, I reply bluntly. Jace sits back in the chair and crosses his leg. This position is so picturesque, like he's posing for a modeling shoot. The hospital's imaging scans failed to detect the inner bleeding. This was either due to negligence or out-of-code tech. My investigator will determine the truth in time. You almost died, Madison. Thank God my team was well equipped. You were close. Our next chat would have been dull. I enjoy your zing too much for that outcome. I scoff and stare down at my plate. Any more questions? The tip you left me. What did it mean? I poke the fork into the cheesy broccoli. What do you think it meant? He asks earnestly. I'm not sure. You must have a theory. I think I play with my food like a baby. I think it meant something more than a tip. Tell me what you think it meant. Jace's stare incinerates my skin. I avoid looking at him and decide to glue my sight to the plate of food. I spear the broccoli with the fork. Madison? Butterflies detonate within my stomach. The way he says my name is so distracting, so delicious. I force myself to collect my words. You know what I'm hinting at. Don't make me say it. I keep my eyes down and fend off blushing the best I can. You think it meant something sexual? My cheeks flame. I wish they'd stop. It's embarrassing. Look at me, he commands. When I don't obey, he leaves the chair and strolls over. I force my sight to stay on the plate and disregard him beside the bed. In my peripheral view, his belt is leveled with my face. His monstrous, unbelievable lower half enraptures my mind. Jace digs a hand into the mattress to support his weight. He leans towards me and uses his other hand to twist my face his way. You don't listen. He huffs through his nostrils. The tip was for good conversation. If I wanted sex, I would have gotten it. Someone's conceited. I prefer the word assertive. I give a brief laugh. What makes you so sure I'm that easy? Because you're the one making things sexual. His large, hot hand withdraws from my face. I battle my lids from drooping sensually, but fail. Jace grins at how much I yearn for his touch. I can't hide the hunger in my eyes. And you still are, he mutters. I wouldn't want you bedridden longer than needed. He straightens his posture, so he's no longer leaning. Eat. I drop my fork to defy him. I'm sure to be sassy with it. No. Jace examines my lips, then my eyes in a playful manner. I'm glad you're not lifeless. You were worth the trouble. Are you single? I have a boyfriend. Let me guess. That boy from the hospital? His name is Brad. No, I used the right term. A man has self-control, not blind rage. I look him up and down with a scowl. As if you never lost your temper. Don't glorify yourself. In my teen years, yes. As an adult, no. In my line of work, willpower is key. There's nothing I can't endure. Wow, your ego is inflated. I shake my head. I feel bad for you. Or maybe you haven't met a real man. Jace simpers. I watch him walk to snatch his blazer. He swings it around and slips his arms back into it. You'll be here until my doctors clear a discharge. If there are any errands you require, tell Helen. She'll inform my assistant. The billionaire brings my glass of wine to the nightstand, then steps to the door with his. Good night, darling. I'm too crossed to respond. I gape at the door once he's gone. Jace has no clue what he's talking about. He doesn't know Brad, or who I haven't met. This is what I meant about him being unrelatable. His wealth has him too arrogant and self-centered. I glower at the wood door. I finish the plate of food just in time to witness the horizon engulf the sun. The ceiling lights automatically whirl on. I guess they're solar-based. The bulbs are golden in tint and broader than a foot's length. I move my plate to the nightstand and grab the wine. A text jingles from my new phone. You still okay? I sip while typing, yeah. Have you talked to Jace yet? Yeah. And? He explained everything. How did he know about your condition? Is he actually Tony Stark? He has an informant. Informant? WTH. Do they work at the hospital? Probably. IDK. Why go that far, though? To show off his power. Lil IDK. You're alive cues of him. That's more than a power play. The $500 mystery is solved. It was for good conversation, not sex. What? I'm trying to figure him out. Has he tried anything? No. Did he flirt with you? A little. Did he show any concern? I anxiously look to the side. If I answer honestly, I'll never hear the end of her trying to match me with him. I'm with Brad and would rather date a humbled man than a smug one. No. I drink a big swig of wine. That's odd, considering how much he did for you. It's just a favor. Yeah, the biggest favor in the world. Did you thank him? I forgot to. Well, you better next time. I threatened him if he didn't save you, so make it a double thanks. Will do. Text me the address. Crap, I forgot that too. I'll ask in the morning. All right. I'm gonna head to bed. It's been a long day. It has. T-T-T-Y-L. T-T-I-L. In the morning, I wake surrounded by 3 doctors. One refills the IV fluids. The other analyzes my vitals on the monitor. The third replaces the bandages on my legs. The spots of red on the old cloths churn my stomach. The old coin smell makes me feel queasy. Oh, good morning, Miss Hart. The woman who patches my legs greets. Welcome to day 5. Your wounds are in the first stage of reformation. The lady tears apart a new sticky covering. There's no infection so far. Are you feverish? No. She presses the new bandage onto my skin. The other docs type on tablets. Thank you all for everything. My groggy voice is sentimental. You all really are miracle workers. You're welcome, the 2 men say, briefly glancing from their tablets before returning to log info. Thank you, the woman replies gratefully. If only that could be said about the last doctor. Sometimes the wrong calls are made. Even the best of us can misdiagnose. One of the men chimes in. True. The woman goes on adding band-aids. That's why it's best to have a team. You're lucky, miss. Most people have no choice. You're very fortunate to have us to come to your rescue. Helen comes through the door with a single plate and a cup of orange juice. Hello, all, she sings while walking toward me. I decided to go lighter since your appetite is low. On the plate, there's toasted wheat bread topped with a flattened egg, diced strawberries, and kiwi. The different pops of color on the saucer are so perfect. I don't want to ruin the art. She rests it on my lap and sets the glass on the nightstand. Thank you. I pick up the toast and take a huge chunk. I haven't had much to eat in 5 days. I'm surviving off fluids. I need food for strength. Will I even be able to walk? Excuse me, doctor. I address the woman, who begins on my other leg. Am I able to walk? Yes, although it will be painful. Your skin is tightening and is less elastic. It'll feel like ripping stitches. I'd suggest a wheelchair for now. No more than 3 days to get your muscles closer to normal. Then you'll be discharged. Would you like a tour of the estate? Helen suggests. You must be sick of staying in bed. That'll be nice. It would be nice to get active. I'm forgetting how mobility feels. I could also find Jace to thank him. Today is a day of gratitude. I also need to get the address. I need my Lily and my boyfriend. After some sleep, my mind has cleared. The argument we had yesterday is understandable. I'm at another man's place, and Brad and I are dating. He mentioned me leaving him before. He didn't like it. Brad even hinted at dying if he lost me. He's scared of losing me. I think he does love me after all. I won't dismiss how he accused me, though. After downing breakfast, the 3 doctors escort me from the bed to a wheelchair. I realize what the doctor meant by the elasticity of my muscles. The connective threads of my skin seem to rip just from the slight movements I make. I help with my body weight by lifting my waist, so I'm not a complete burden. I hiss through my teeth and whimper. Helen steers me from the spacious room into a hallway that's twice as huge. That little pain will be worth the view. Trust me. We pass door after door in the hallway. I count 12 and peep behind my shoulder to see that there are even more down the way. This place is loaded. The artwork on the walls are tremendous. I've never seen portraits that were larger than my body. I gawk when we reach the end of the hall. There are no walls. Windows replace them. Elegantly framed windows elongate the rest of the house. The sun shines in heavenly. The beach below is pale. The turquoise water shimmers. The furniture is triple-sized. At least 10 people could fit on each sofa. There's an ottoman, too. I thought it was an oversized table at first. In each corner rest high vases of tropical red flowers. The deep chocolate wood floors are double-planked and solid. The cherry wood deck outside glows. Down the way is another lengthy hall, and to the side is a massive spiral staircase. The wheelchair passes it. I snoop for a better look. About 50 feet below us is a circular foyer bearing a white pianoforte centered on a rug. Told you so, Helen laughs. How can someone live here? She giggles at my astonishment. Would you like to visit the rec room? Rec room? A gaming center. Yes, I exclaim with childish enthusiasm. The rec room is similar to a game lounge at a mall. It's so huge that it should have its own zip code. I browse the arcade machines. Most of them are vintage from the 90s. Street Fighter, Donkey Kong, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mortal Kombat, and endless rows of others. I point to Mortal Kombat, thinking of Brad. Helen wheels me to it. How do you... She powers it on, using a switch on the side. I'm young. Forgive me. I crack up. You're forgiven. Is the host in today? I hold the joysticks and hit the buttons. The menu's animation is low in quality. The speakers boom out epic music. Yes, Mr. Harrison is in a conference until 5 p.m., then is off to Strident Labs afterward. Is there anything you need? I haven't thanked him. I could relay the message. That would be nice. I grin. Also, where am I? I chuckle, scratching the back of my head. Del Mar, California. Oh. I press a button to select a fighter. Could I have the address? I'd like my friends to visit. Certainly. 2932 Camino. Your people could be brought here if you'd like. I select the player, Sonia. Yes, I would like that. I'll put in the request, dear. Helen leaves. I press buttons and swing joysticks to fight the skilled computer. Sub-Zero is my competitor. He wipes the ground with me using ice powers. I lose the first round. The beginning of the second is no different. I'm frozen and slaughtered to the point that I forfeit. The iPhone I borrowed is in the wheelchair's cup holder. I retrieve it. On the screen, there's a text. Brad. I'm sorry. I swipe up to unlock it and text. We need to talk. I attempt to row myself forward to find another game. I suffer greatly. Ooh, ouch! My arms shake. My wounds roast like a bonfire. I stop rolling to end the torment. A text bubble loads. Brad, what about me? It's about yesterday. Call me. 5 seconds later, I get a call and accept it. Hi, sweetie, I'm sorry. I didn't mean what I said. I was just mad. Brad admits, shamefully. You still said it. I know. I didn't like how you talked to me. You didn't have to yell. I know. He responds regretfully. Why would you assume I was lying? I feel no compassion for his remorse. I was angry at Jace, not you. I didn't mean to attack you. That doesn't make it go away. I'm not doing anything with Jace. I'm with you. I'm sorry. I hulked out. I should have believed you. He stresses. Forgive me. I won't do it again. I just don't like losing you. I don't like when you're away from me. When you passed out, I thought you were dead. Then, when you were stable, that asshole took you from me. That was the second time I couldn't help you. The second time I couldn't have you. The tears in his tone alleviate my outrage. I love you. My heart melts. I stop breathing. I want to say it back, but my meaning would be different. I'd be lying. He's so close to the finish line while I'm lagging behind. Why am I not there with him? Maddie, say something. Oh no, what do I say? A shockwave rushes my entire body. The veins freeze. My pulse is rapid, and my throat turns to sandpaper. Madison. I hear two voices at once. I believe I'm hallucinating until the tapping of shoes confirm that I'm not. Jace is the other voice. He stands beside my arcade game in a loosely buttoned dress shirt. I don't respond. I'm too uncomfortable. His glorious eyes lower to the phone in annoyance. He slips it from my hand. I'm too slow to steal it back. I try to speak, but my mouth puts out soundless noises. Hello, who is this? I hear chattering, but can't decipher it. Well, she's in no condition for overexcitement, Brad. Give it back. I barely whisper the demand. Jace studies me for a moment, then says, I'm glad we agree. There's more inaudible chattering from the cell. Well, ... It is my phone she's using. I can take it whenever. Give it back, I order. I swipe my hand towards the phone to yank it, but Jace is sly, avoiding the attempt. I'd like to inform you all about the ride here. There's a jet awaiting your arrival at Strident Airlines. Is there any need for road transportation? Brad's voice sounds from the phone speaker. I hear the word, no, and something else. Very well. I accept your decline. Give it back. Jace's cocksure expression is maddening. He listens to Brad a little bit longer, entertained by his yelling. Jace paces towards me. Hopefully, your car arrives on time. I doubt it's a Draco. He sneers before returning the phone to me. I snatch it from him. Brad? Why do you have his phone? Mine got totaled. I told you I borrowed one. You didn't say it was his. He boils. It is, but it's not. It's new. This isn't his personal cell. I viciously scowl at Jace, who's amused by the drama. I want to smack the complacency off his face. I'll be there soon. You're not staying. Relax. I have to stay. The doctors haven't cleared me. I can take you to another hospital. Don't be ridiculous. I sigh. Just get here, okay? I miss you. Say it again so he can hear. Really? Yes, really. Suddenly, Jace's presence in the room is heightened. His existence intensifies. The temperature of my body skyrockets. I'm feverish and shy. I miss you. I nearly cringe from repeating the sweet words. I figure this makes up for going silent when Brad confessed. I'll be there soon. Okay, bye. Bye, baby. I hang up and grimace at Jace. You didn't have to do that. That was out of line. I couldn't resist. Your boyfriend is so temperamental. Aren't you supposed to be at a conference? I am. I'll return once I hear you thank me. My frown deepens. My eyes flicker icily. You're not getting that after what you just did. What I just did, he snickers. All I did was update your lover. Don't play dumb. I peel my snaky eyes from his and down to the phone. If you were trying to prove a point, it worked against you. That was childish. Was it? Yes. All I did was demonstrate how much he's blinded by rage. You poked. That would make anyone irrational. Or it'll reveal their maturity. Jace places his hands into his trousers before treading to the door.